So, first off, I want to start off by saying that these videos, the video before this one isn't posted on the same day. It's not like it's a different time or something. The one when I got back from a run, that was literally yesterday, and I forgot to post it for some reason. I don't know why, but I literally thought I posted it, and it's just been a lot going on, like focusing on school and thinking about getting a different job, and on top of that, trying to like go to church regularly. So it's a lot to juggle. Um, so yeah, but I definitely feel like it feels better that when you don't have a job. Uh, of course it does, but I'm just saying like when it comes to time, because it's just adds more onto it. But of course it feels good to have your own money, but I would like to be able to have more time. Yeah, another thing is working out. That's another thing, like trying to do that too, because it takes a lot of my energy, but it also clears my mind. So that's why I'm not gonna stop doing that. Like no matter what, I'm not gonna stop doing that. But and I really just enjoy it. But I've gotten back into push-ups and stuff like that. Just push-ups for now. Um, yeah, but not in a dramatic way like I was at first. And I won't even say dramatic because I'm gonna get back into it like that. But like I said before, I'm gonna gradually like build on it and just get back to the same level it was at first. But anyways, I'm gonna try and be a little quick with this. I don't want to be too quick because I haven't talked about anything for a minute, and I finally thought about something, as you can see by the title. Um, Today I'm gonna be talking about dating in high school, and I've said it every single time, like, I never want to put a video idea in my notes and then leave it there because I can forget. But with this one, it's really kind of impossible for me to forget some of the stuff I'm gonna say because I literally had experience with dating in high school. But there is some stuff that's freshly on my dome. Hopefully, I can remember everything because I thought about it earlier on the bus and I typed it down on my iPhone and put it in the notes. But I don't have to have my iPhone on me, because I know what the topic is. I mean, it's a pretty easy topic to remember. But sorry y'all, I'm trying not to say a lot because in this speech class she has us practicing a lot of stuff, and she has practice today to not say or like to fill in the like words that we're trying to say when we make these pauses and we get nervous and we start saying and I did like 2 times or 3 times, I think. Like, I was very bad at it, and it really just teaches you kind of how nervous you are, and it's definitely shown me. But I will say this, like, today I wasn't as nervous as I usually am when I was in front of them, and I don't know. Like, it's certain days I am and certain days I'm not. That's just all it is to it. I feel like eventually I just won't be at all, hopefully. But back to it. So, I really want this video to be for, I feel like it's kind of obvious that it should be for somebody who's a little younger than me. Or it could be somebody who's the same age as me and never has talked to a girl in school. Um, but, but if you are thinking about it, this is my opinion. Uh, First of all, be like sure that it's something that you want, because to be honest, I think, or at least for me, what it's been like for all this time, not even just at the moment, because at the moment I've actually, that's another reason why it's a good topic to talk about today, is because I've been like lately I've been thinking about, dang, all day, bro. Lately I've been thinking about like trying to talk to somebody again, but I just know what it was like for me, and it's like so, um, it just stresses you out more. Like, you have so much other stuff to do already, and then it just puts more on you. Of course, it depends on where you are. Like, if you have a job, if you have all these other things, like, depending on what you have, and there's just so much to it. And it's definitely a stressful thing because, first of all, if you're the type of person that's I'm trying to figure out how to say this because everyone isn't like me, of course. I mean, I could be different than someone, so, but for me, in my experience, I was very, like, I trust people, but, like, it's just scary because I feel like the girl I was talking to would be talking to other people. I think I already talked about the girl I talked to before and all of it. I'm pretty sure I did in a very old video, but I did. And I don't think I did. I don't know for sure. But my whole point is with the dating and stuff, like, I feel like it's like a comparison thing, low key. Because for me lately, I've just been seeing, like, I've always throughout high school seen everybody talking to a girl, and especially when I first got into high school, that's the biggest part. When I first got into high school, I saw everyone talking to girls, and it just felt like a requirement or something. Like, you need to talk to a girl. Like, dang, all these other guys are talking to girls, and it makes you feel lame or something. And it's just so funny thinking back to it when you really, like, started growing your mind, grow it yourself, and think when you see what's more important and stuff, it's literally one of the least important things, especially at this time in your life, like at 16, 17, even maybe even 18 for me, because I'm definitely planning on not talking to someone until I'm like 20. It just makes it difficult though, because, or possibly even 19, I wouldn't mind, but it just makes it difficult when you see someone you feel like you probably actually could talk to for a long time. But when it comes to when it comes to a girl in school, it's just like, even if you feel that way, you just shouldn't do it because. And when people told me this type of stuff, like, I shouldn't do it, probably, and I build this whole thing in my mind about this girl or something, about what we could be or something. Like, I haven't even spoken to this girl yet. And even if you have, it's just like, in high school, it's so unserious, and it's just so, it's so much more possible for it to not go as far as you're thinking of, basically, is what I'm saying. Because nobody takes anything serious in high school. Everything's a joke, and everybody's just playing around and taking turns. Like, and that's not even trying to be funny. Like, the girl I used to talk to, I'm trying to actually think. I'm not trying to be dramatic. That's why I want to actually think about it. I'd say after, like, not even after like 4 months, she was already talking to someone else. So that just goes to show you that you can put so much feelings into it, and that other person doesn't even feel that deeply about you. And it's definitely possible out in the real world when you're older too, but, like, it's just so much more possible for a person to be more mature outside of school when you're outside of school, and that's why it makes more sense to wait. And that's literally what I just been doing. I'm actually also one of those people that just feels like it comes to you at the right time at this point, because so I'm basically just not gonna try and force it. Like, that doesn't mean you can't walk up to a person and talk to them. I'm very bad at that, but I don't mind trying. I just don't do it now because, I mean, I'm still nervous, but I just don't do it. I don't do it for a different reason now. I used to not do it because I was very scared, but now I don't do it because I don't want anything to do with a girl. I don't want any type of relationship right now. It's gonna throw me off, probably, most likely. I feel like I've changed, but I do feel like it can still just throw me off of everything and literally only have me focusing on that person. And yeah, and I'm not gonna be doing stuff the same way I am right now. I already have stuff all over the place, and I don't need more problems, I feel like. Because one thing I would say is when I was talking to a girl in high school, um, I don't mean to say that like I'm not in high school still, but, like, it's just, it had me way more stressed, like, seriously. I could be at home and I could shoot her a message, and when she doesn't respond after like, sometimes she don't respond for an hour because she's a cheerleader, and it's like certain times she was at cheer or something and practice and junk, and it just made me think like she's probably ignoring and all this other stuff going through my head, and I already got anxiety, so it's just so much bad stuff about it. Like I said, everybody's not like me, but there's still a lot of stuff that comes into play for everyone who dates in high school. Like if you're really the type of person that cares deeply for a person and is truly sticking to his one girl, and not like all these other clowns that are walking around trying to talk to different females over and over, which is very dumb to me. Like, even if the girls are doing that type of thing, uh, talk to other guys and stuff, I would just cut them off and not do this little revenge tactic that everybody tries to do, it seems like. Um, I feel like when I got in a relationship with my girlfriend, she tried to talk to someone else just to make me jealous in some type of way. She's every time I passed by her in school, she would like make faces at me. Uh, and just last year, last school year, she walked past me with her new boyfriend. She was just like looking at me, and they were about to walk a different way down the hallway, and then she just tapped them, no, let's go this way, so she could walk past me. Like, and as I've grown as a person, I just don't even care anymore. Like, and the crazy part is that her and that guy aren't even talking anymore. He's already talking to a different girl, so it just shows you how unserious it is. And when you stay out of the way of this type of stuff and this stupid stuff, like, it's not like everything gonna be perfect. You actually gonna feel worse. Like, you literally feel worse, because you feel so alone and stuff. Like, but that's what it's been like for me lately. I'm gonna keep it real. Like, at school, all I see is different people doing all this type of stuff, especially when it hits Valentine's Day and junk sometimes. Like last year, it hit Valentine's Day. Everybody was giving gifts and junk, and I'm just sitting there like this, especially the people that know that I had a girlfriend that talked to a different guy now and all this other stuff. But it's all about ignoring everything basically, because you know who you are, you know what you've done. Because that's another big thing when you talk to someone and you stop talking to them in high school. Whether it don't matter what happened. If it wasn't your fault, it was your fault, because they're gonna tell lies about you. Uh, People know her more, so they're gonna believe her. Then the word is gonna spread around, and that guy did that, and this and that, this and that, and it's the whole reason why I stay out of the way of talking to anyone at school, and people look at me crazy or something. I don't mind talking to people, but it's just like being careful of who I talk to, cause it's just weird. Like, I don't know, but like I said, you do feel way more lonely or something, though. But I just try to handle that in my own way, like with the exercising, these videos. I mean, I might still be alone when I do these things, but I feel like it definitely builds character, and eventually, I get the things that I mean, I'm supposed to have. I mean, I attract the people that I'm supposed to be around and attract the things that I'm actually supposed to have. Me being in a relationship with someone like the girl I was with, again, isn't gonna fix anything. It's actually gonna just make stuff worse, and it's gonna change me again, probably. I mean, just keeping it real, like, I mean, you looking for this this gap to fill or something with hugs and kisses and all this other stuff, or even if you're doing something crazier, maybe you having sex at a young age, which I definitely disagree with. But yeah, like, all this other stuff, it's just like eventually it's so temporary in high school, bro. Like, it's literally gonna be over soon. Like, and then you just feel empty, more empty than you did before. Like, that's why it's better to just stay alone. I will say I did like experiencing it, because for one, it was a new experience for me. I never experienced it before, and it came with good things because I felt happier. But the bad side is just the aftermath. Like, you feel so sad, depressed, and where I was at, I was literally thinking of like harming myself, and all this other stuff is just so crazy and so stupid. But it's what got me into exercising. Though, like I literally one day just was so sad, and then one day I just pulled out a mat and just started doing push-ups and junk. I actually used to have this app where I like follow the push-ups and how many push-ups to do and all this other stuff. I definitely feel like I've grown, and that's why I feel like I've grown in exercising. And I feel like I know that I have. I could say that I have. I don't need anyone's opinion because I know where I've like come from. I feel like I started at like level 0 and went all the way up in exercise. So I'm definitely proud of myself for that. Um, but like I was saying, like when it comes to relationship in high school, I feel like it does help you grow in a way because it teaches you that not everybody's like you. Just because I care about the girl I was talking to in a serious way, in a deeply way, or whatever you want to call it, she did not feel the same way about me. Like, that's just the truth. And you might be talking to a girl that you feel like she cares about you, but I mean, it's a possibility she doesn't. I mean, it's definitely possible that she does too. Like, I mean, that just doesn't. That don't mean that you can't run into somebody that's like you, but it's definitely a bigger possibility of running into somebody that's faking, and I just hate that so much, and that's why it's easier for me to just be alone at this point. Like I used to just be scared, but now it's just like I'm not gonna uh deal with it. So my bad, my dog is barking, it's throwing me off. Um, I'm trying to think of anything, and I'm trying to stop saying not like my teacher finna come across this. That'd be crazy, right? Uh, just trying to think of anything. I don't know though. I don't know, cause it's like I also feel like you can't just put some type of like timestamp on your relationships you think you're gonna have, because just imagine if you were like trying to have a mindset of not dating at all in high school until you're like 19, for example, or something. Like if a girl comes up to you, and maybe it's a girl that you've been like making eye contact with in class or something that you really like or something, and she came up to you and told you that she likes you, and you know that you like her, so it's like weird, and that could definitely be weird. So I'm not even saying that you shouldn't talk to anyone, because it's just a confusing thing, because also you only, I mean, it's not, I hate to say it, but like it's not guaranteed that you are gonna make it to that age that you're trying to timestamp for. Like you don't even know how long you live. Life isn't guaranteed. So I also get what people say about that type of stuff, but it's definitely a hard thing to wrap your mind around, because it's bad things about it, but it's also good things that come with it. But yeah, I think I definitely choose to stay out of the way and just be alone, because it's just less problems. It feels like, and it's a literally a leap of faith of talk to a person at school, because you don't know what they're doing. The only thing I would say, the biggest thing I feel like I would say is, if you talk to someone in high school, just talk to them as a friend for like a minute. Like for me, if I was to talk to someone, I would talk to them as a friend for like, I don't know how long, but for a long time probably. And I'm a senior now, so of course if I was to talk to someone, they're gonna be a senior. Uh, and I would probably wait until like after school or something, and then get to that level, cause all this stuff in the hallways and kissing in the hallways and all this other stuff, and kissing before I go to class and junk, like I'm not gonna talk about nobody's doing it on that. I'm not gonna talk about them like bad, anybody that does that, because I literally just used to do it. That'd be being a hypocrite. But I'm just saying, like, it just feels, I'm not saying that's what everyone's doing, but it just looks like such an act or something, or a show to put on, because I don't know, like, I don't know, like, why do you have to do this in front of everyone or something? And for me, when I was talking to someone, I didn't really care on that level of doing that type of stuff. She actually used to just pull me in into doing that type of stuff. Like, she would pull me in, yeah, all over me and Jack. And I'm a nervous type, so I really didn't want to do that type of stuff in front of people. I would, like, rather do that. Maybe it's some type of private area, like some type of privacy. But after a while, doing it a couple of times over and over, I didn't mind doing it in front of people anymore. Especially when you talk to someone, it gives you a little bit more confidence. Especially when that person is boosting your head up. Yeah. So, but I just feel like in high school, people like fake this relationship, because there was a girl that's friends with a girl I used to talk to, and she had a boyfriend, and she just would bring him to class every time, and then he would kiss her before he would leave, and then, like, not even this year, it was like almost weeks after they were doing that almost every day, and eventually I see him walking with another girl and she looks sad. Like, it's not funny because it happened to me, so I'm not gonna laugh at somebody, but it's just so stupid though. It's just funny because it's dumb. Like, it's just so dumb. Like, you literally you waste like 4 months. I'm not even saying, mine was like 3 months, and it felt longer because I felt like happier. But like I said, it's a good experience, but it's also a waste of time. And the way I feel about it is, I'm gonna try my best to say this because this is the last thing I'm gonna say. I feel like when you um let's see, when you talk to someone in high school, you feel so happy, but you just don't realize that it's such a short amount of time. So you're okay with it. Like, for me, when I had a girlfriend, she literally was doing stuff that was disrespectful to me, and I was letting it slide because I just wanted attention and I wanted to be happy. Like, but it wasn't true happiness. I just had attention, a type of attention that I never had before. So it felt good for some reason, but it only lasted for 3 months too. Now when you go to being single in high school, and maybe you end up being single from sophomore year to senior year, and that is definitely rough. I think that's what it was for me, because I'm trying to think. I mean, we started talking freshman year, and the relationship lasted for like 3 months. So that's, yeah, literally what I said. It's like sophomore year to senior year. So, um, it can definitely feel lonely for that amount of time. And of course, right after a breakup, you gonna feel down. Even after a year, you still probably feel down, especially when you gotta see this person at school. But like I said, it builds character, because when you don't talk to someone for a long time, and then when you get out of high school, I'm not trying to say this like I've already experienced it. It's like I'm still in high school, but my point is that I believe that eventually, when I get out of high school, like, good things could come my way, like a good relationship could come my way, because I've been taking this time to actually do things that are actually good, instead of wasting my time with someone that is like nothing. I mean, that's just my opinion though, because it's just so rare for a relationship to last through high school to real life. I feel like high school isn't even like real life at this point, because everything's just so fake. But that's my opinion. Um, and like I said, or I didn't say it, but I think today's day 88. And like I said at first, the days seem like they're posted on the same day, but today's today. The other video was yesterday, and yeah. But thank you for watching. And this isn't to try and change anybody's option on dating in high school. I'm just giving my opinion and just saying that I feel like you should think about it before you do it, because it's definitely a waste of time, and then you just feel you just regret doing it in the first place after. So, but thank you for watching. See you in the next one. See you on tomorrow on day 80, 89, I think. Yeah, it's 89. But see you then. Thank you for watching. Good luck to you with everything, literally everything.